Mine's
on silent.
Mine's over near the kettle.
Oh, that's cool. I would love to be a clapperboard. All right, just let me know.
Go.
You know, growing up down the coast, down at Sussex, we pretty much lived surrounded by bush and beach, and she was always full of energy, always happy, always smiley. If I'm doing something, she'd want to come out and see what I'm doing.
When Tahnee was young, she was very inquisitive, always loved the ocean. She used to pretend that she was a mermaid. She wore a heart on her sleeve and just believed in the good of all people.
Brock was always a very quiet child. Got to about 6th class when Brock swam for state for Stella Maris. And you did reasonably well, didn't you, in 6th class?
We came first.
Yeah.
This is Godzilla. He's a Central Australian bearded dragon. When I was younger, I definitely had a lot of different career plans, and they're all very, very challenging. I'm not really sure where I got these ideas from. I remember wanting to become a judge because I used to watch Judge Judy with my mum. I wanted to become a pilot so I could travel the world for free. That was a big one. I want to be a neurosurgeon to help people, and also because I love Doctor Strange. So that was also one, but just engineering at the heart of it, you know, it was always came back to engineering.
Basketball, maybe footy player as well, definitely something with sport. Electrician only really came up when I was like 17, 18-ish, about to leave school, because I did like a Cert 2 in construction, so I got to do all the trades, and I really liked doing electrical. So yeah, that was definitely why I chose it.
I find it so hard, and it's like something I really want to do.
As a Bidjigal man, ocean is our life, so we are very fortunate to live and to learn on what we call sea country. It's been an integral part of our being. We also know while we enjoy ourselves on the ocean or in the ocean, we also know of our responsibilities towards our country, our environment around us.
I think I get my confidence from my dad. He's always been a very confident man. He told me that confidence is key, especially when getting a job, and you know, I've took that to heart, and that's how I got my job at council. You know, I was so lucky to get it.
Yeah, I've worked at Wollongong Council now for
20 years.
Nearly 20 years.
Nearly 20 years.
Yeah, and I also brought the kids along in the morning. So they'd have to get up really early in the morning because I'd start at like 6 or 6:30 in the morning. So they'd have to get up, get ready.
Yeah.
So she got to see what the environment was like working on the road and in the civil construction industry.
I used to just watch. Dad would set up a little fold-out chair and I'd just sit.
My father's role as an academic at UOW really encouraged me. I felt like I grew up on university campuses from the amount of times I'd be on campus and visit my dad, and that did inspire me to want to go to university and to be in these academic settings. And it was through what was supposed to be my minor in marine science that I just fell in love, and I just loved the world of environmental sciences. I felt like I was doing more for the world around me, and it was just such a positive and supportive environment. And I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be, and this is how I give back to community in a way. So yeah.
So my favourite superhero is probably still Iron Man. Growing up, it was always Iron Man, and it still is. I'm still saddened when he passed away in the Avengers. It's pretty heartbreaking. I actually cried, believe it or not, that he passed away, so yeah.
We built this house in 1995, or we moved in 1995.
I did all the carpentry in this house.
Wow.
Yeah, so for a plumber, pretty talented, yep.
No, but I've got to be honest, we are really lucky because there's just about nothing that Rob can't do.
Like all the cars, no one touches the cars except me. The boat, no one touches me boat except me.
A lot of the time I get my pop to help. He's always like a big helper in my life. He's DIY all the way. He's definitely been like a father figure to me like my whole life. Like yeah, he's like really special to me, and I really love him to death, you know.
I think it's been really important for Tahnee to express gratitude for what she has. Not only has she been on university since she was a child, she's also been an activist, basically for the environment, but also an Aboriginal activist to make sure that the special places are kept as they are and they're looked after.
One of the main things that we always look at when we do a job is the environment, how we can protect it from what we're doing so that we don't damage the creeks and things like that with all our controls. It's fine.
Fix?
Got hair and makeup coming in.
Anthony.
Give me the hair gel.
No, Anthony.
That's all
Okay,
good,
he's
mate.
almost done.
Anthony, that's okay.
Brock came into my attention in the way that he was persistent.
It was so hard to get an apprenticeship. I was out of work for about 6 months. I don't know how many companies I called, and I called not just once, but multiple times.
Brock called me 3 times and he left a voicemail every time. I think he got me once maybe for a brief second. And I remember telling my wife, I said, man, this kid's messaged me 3 times and I'm just gonna have to give him a go. So that was the start of Brock.
When the solar electricity came out, like it was out for a few years, I suggested to Rob we get the solar electricity because I wanted to have, when we both retired, I didn't want big bills. You know, I just wanted to keep our bills at a minimum where, you know, it wouldn't really phase us sort of thing. So that's why we ended up with the solar electricity, the solar hot water. It was Rob's idea to get the battery. It's paid off big time.
Because that's the future.
Yeah.
You're part of the future, buddy.
We have to live with the project, so I think it's best that we have the passion to make sure that they work the best that they can, and then they don't affect the environment, and they affect it in a positive way, you know.
It's beautiful that our younger generation are thinking about alternatives. In Australia, it's quite obvious, being the windiest and the hottest nation on earth, is that we need to think about how we use the sun and how we use the wind to be the next generation of fuels.
As an Indigenous woman in academia, I would hope to see more Indigenous voices in science, to have more scientists, especially in the environmental sciences, because their knowledge is important to protecting their lands and that their ancestors grew up on, that they grew up on, that their parents grew up on. I think it's important to have these Indigenous voices and Indigenous people to contribute to this conservation in academic settings and not to be pushed to the side in a lot of these scientific projects currently, because some of these roles can be tokenistic, and it's important to have people who both have Indigenous and Western scientific knowledge to be unified to have a holistic perspective in conservation.
Renewable energy is quite an interesting source as well. It's also good to learn something new as well in terms of work. Like, not just because it's good for the environment, but it's just a good difference between General Electrical. I love General Electrical probably the most, but it's good to learn solar and renewables because it's literally the future. So a lot of the work's going to be that coming in the end.
I would love to be an inspiration to all women, you know. I want women to know that it is possible, that you can achieve your dreams, even if it is in a male-dominated field like engineering.
When Lena came through and the opportunity came up and then she applied for a job at my work, I went, how good is that? That'd be great, because I know what it's like. It's a family-first environment. Well, she can't wait to boss me around, see?
Just do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
I'm just looking forward to seeing, you know, like his future, because we're not going to be around forever. We're old. I'd like to see Brock land on his feet doing something that he really likes to do, which is the electrical side of his career path. So, yeah.
And he wants to get up and go to work.
I just think Lena's doing really good, and I think the way she's set her mind to it is great, and I think there's nothing she can't do.
I'm very proud to watch when both Paul and Tahnee are out there, you know, wanting to do better, you know, make the world a better place and be there for the community, be there to look after country. So you can't help but get hooked on that enthusiasm and join in their projects and what they love to do. So
we could not be any more prouder than Brock.
Proud.
Very, very proud of him. He's turned out to be a wonderful young man. respectful, well-mannered. I'd like to think you are when you're
Yeah,
around
of
us.
course.
Like at this stage, he gives me advice.
I'm very excited to be nearly positioned at the heart of this change from fossil fuels to clean energy.
Oh yeah, definitely excited because I'm just like kind of in shock still about it that I got an apprenticeship. It's hard, and if you want it enough, you will get it. So that's all I can say for the rest of the people, and I'm definitely excited about the future to see what comes of it. Yeah.
I feel like hopefully in future I can be a leader in helping communities navigate climate change. I feel like there's a lot of voices that aren't really heard when it comes to climate change. So I hope in future that I'll be able to tell these stories but also help them so these stories don't have sad conclusions or sad endings. So we can hopefully provide better outcomes, I guess.
I'm just proud to be part of like this movement, especially with this High Neighbour program. You know, they're very like pushing towards renewable energy, and I think it's such a great thing. So yeah, I think it's really good for the environment and just people in general.
400,000 new jobs are going to be created from this change, and we're already 48% of the way there, so why not just continue the rest, you know, the 52% to become fully clean energy, rely on clean energy instead of fossil fuels and oil rigs and all that. I think it's very important, very excited.
1, 2. Oh guys, whales! Oh yeah!
Yeah, it's fair way up.
Yeah,
Just-
huge splash.
It's a ways out.
Oh yeah. I think there's a few of them out there maybe.
It's, yeah, there'll be more than one.